We had a little bit of a incident yesterday in Belgrade here in Serbia of a blind woman being thrown out of the bus because she was with her guide dog in the bus. And this sounds as bad as it really is because the government, or government in Belgrade at least, issued a order that blind people could use the bus with their guide dogs, and that no one should impede their right to do so, because earlier here in Serbia people who had a guide dog couldn't use the bus, and that is a really controversial subject because, well, clearly, you can't ban blind people from coming on the bus, and then again, a lot of blind people didn't actually use the bus exactly because of that, because they couldn't use the guide dog. And the when the order was given out, it wasn't given out to everyone, every government institution in Belgrade, and the public transportation system in Belgrade obviously didn't get the memo saying that, well, that they can't stop people with guide dogs from using the bus. And there was a video of the discussion this woman had with the driver. I won't post it in the description because it is in Serbian, and anyone who is not Serbian won't understand, and anyone who is Serbian has already seen it, so there isn't much point to it. The woman said that she can use the bus because with her dog, because there was a memo about it, and if the driver didn't get it, she didn't give a fuck because, well, it is her right, and that argument went around like 5 minutes, and then the driver, I think, obviously not conceded, but understood that he actually was wrong, but still wouldn't back down from what he said. And he said, well, you can't go with a dog on a bus. Someone may step on him and he may bite. And this is a problem on two levels, because first of all, in the video you can clearly see that in the front part of the bus where the woman was sitting, there were like 5 people, and everyone was sitting. Who can step on the dog if there aren't any people in the bus? The second thing is that that was his opinion. It wasn't really a government saying you can't or whatever. It was his opinion. You can't go on the bus because someone may step on the dog and dog may bite. The woman clearly said that it was a trained guide dog. It was not a random dog of the street. The dog wouldn't bite if someone stepped on him or whatever. But the driver was still adamant in his saying that he again did not care. And the woman got off the bus, and that should be the end, of the argument. But the problem was that the same woman was kicked out of a tram like few hours after this incident in the bus, for the same reason. You can't go in with a dog. And I really find it moronic, even if there wasn't a regulation that said you can go on a bus with a guide dog. Still, blind people, I have not seen so much blind people with guide dogs, but I know that the guide dog helps for anyone who is blind, to walk, to move, to have the basic human right of freedom of movement, and this is a clear indication that people who are in positions of authority, and bus driver here in Serbia is a position of authority in the bus, not real authority. You can't go, in the government to say whatever you think is law, but in the bus the driver is kind of a authority. And so you know, those people who, and most of the people who are bus drivers, are either only qualified to be a bus driver. You know, most of the people in my town who are bus drivers are only that. You know, most of them, a few of them don't have high school, but they do have a driver's license, and that is everything you need to be a bus driver. So you know, it is really not very far from understanding for me how you can deny someone entry into a bus because they are blind. You know, because that is the point. You know, he did not ban her from the bus because of the dog, but he was worried of something. I don't really know. In all actuality, she was banned from the bus and the tram because she was blind. You know, it is genuine discrimination, and I do hope those people go with go to the court and be some sentence because of that, because it is really moronic. I have seen people who are disabled, you know, can't walk or whatever, that are allowed in the bus, but the blind woman who can walk is not allowed in the bus. You know, it is really fucking moronic. And there is a very great disparity here in Serbia between people who are disabled and the rest, because most of the people who are disabled in some way, you know, blind, can't walk or whatever, they don't really have some internal bearing, you know, what they mean. That people who can't walk are mostly outside, which is really paradoxical because most of the people who can walk are not that much outside, and you know, they don't allow their disability to stop them from doing the everyday work. And you know, if they don't put mental restraints on themselves, why should someone else put real restraints on them? You know, this man put restraints on the black woman's right of movement, and he shouldn't be allowed to do that, exactly because it is really stupid that no one got the memo in the public transportation about the guide dogs and blind people, and that should be changed, you know. And I really do hope that both of the drivers who kicked the blind woman off the bus, suffer consequences by the law for discrimination.